Everybody sing the blood.
Do you believe in the gospel? Well, what is the gospel? Do you believe that God is the one and true God and that Jesus Christ is his son? And as it says in Colossians 1, it says that all things were created through him, for him, and by him. But as men, when we turned around and we disobeyed him, we turned around and we moved from being children of his creation, holy and acceptable, to those who are not corrupted with sin. And I need to say this. Someone needs to hear this part. I don't know. I feel like someone just been trying to wonder about this, Pastor. We got a lot of people that turn around and say, well, I don't understand why we need to preach the law because we're not under the law anymore. Now, notice it got quiet. That means some people have been wondering about that. You're right. As a child of God, you're not under the law. But let me give an explanation of what's going on. How many of y'all live like at a house where you had a fence or a border, or maybe you live in an apartment and your parents used to tell you, now you can play in the yard. You can, come in the house, get you something to drink or whatever, play in the yard, but don't go past the fence. If you go past the fence, there's cars out there, there's dogs out there, there's all kind of stuff out there. Don't go past the fence. I can play in the yard. I can go in here and my friends can come over and I can go watch television in the house and I can play with my toys and everything. I have freedom to do all kinds of things. Law of liberty. But when I cross that fence, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Law of sin and death. You need the law because it is the border that differentiates between those who are in the law of liberty and those who are in the law of sin and death. If you do not preach the law along with the gospel of salvation, then you're preaching falsehood. How do people know that they are adulterers? How do they know that they're liars? How do they know that they're a criminal? How do they know they're separated from God? They need to know, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not bear false witness. They need to know that. And it's just like looking into a mirror. When I finally realize something's wrong with me, then I'm going to ask, what must I do to be saved? Then you get the point to the banner that's been lifted up. And you say that he is the one that took your place when the law called for death, when it called for justice. Jesus himself took your place, and it was you that should have died. It was you who should have been on that cross and suffered for your sins, but he took your place that you can merit law of liberty that you don't even deserve. And you have privileges to walk in this and have a relationship. And I hear a lot of people that turn around and say, I got a relationship, but I don't have religion. Here's the problem. There's nothing wrong with religion if you don't use it in a legalistic standpoint. But if you can understand both of them, then you have power. Because I understand the order of God in the relationship I have with him. Law of liberty, and if you're a sinner, you will always be waiting to die.